In the heart of West Africa, where the land breathes a history of struggle and resilience, a new chapter of revolution has been written. Ibrahim Traoré, a man whose name has become synonymous with resistance and transformation, emerged as a beacon of hope for the people of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, a nation known for its revolutionary past, has long been shaped by the ideals of justice, equality, and resistance against tyranny. The legacy of Thomas Sankara, the African Che Guevara, loomed large, but decades of political instability and economic hardship continued to challenge the nation's progress. Ibrahim Traoré was born on November 15, 1988, in the northern region of Burkina Faso. Raised in a country struggling with political and economic turmoil, Traoré's early life was shaped by the deep inequalities faced by his people. But it was the call for justice and change that would steer his path toward leadership. After completing his education in military academies, Traoré enlisted in the Burkina Faso army. His training, and the growing sense of frustration with the state of the nation, would soon propel him to take a more active role in his country's future. In January 2022, Burkina Faso faced a growing security crisis. Armed groups and insurgents began to spread across the country, creating a humanitarian and political disaster. The failure of the government to protect the people, coupled with the rising violence, led to widespread dissatisfaction. Amidst this chaos, a shift was brewing within the military ranks. Ibrahim Traoré, then a young officer, was one of the leaders of a movement that would change the course of history. On September 30, 2022, Traoré, at just 34 years old, led a military coup that ousted then-President Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, who had come to power in a previous coup earlier that year. Traoré's leadership represented a new generation of soldiers who were fed up with ineffective leadership and corruption. In his first address to the nation, Traoré pledged to restore security, fight corruption, and return power to the people. His message was clear. Burkina Faso was at a crossroads, and the military would no longer tolerate the failure of past leaders. As the new leader, Ibrahim Traoré focused his efforts on battling the insurgent groups threatening the country. He prioritized the rebuilding of the military and strengthening the nation's defense mechanisms. Despite challenges, his leadership quickly gained traction among many who viewed him as the figure who could bring stability to a country torn apart by violence. Traoré also sought to build diplomatic ties across Africa. He reached out to other African leaders, navigating the delicate balance between maintaining sovereignty and receiving international support to combat the insurgency and improve the country's security situation. But for many in Burkina Faso, Traoré's role was not just about military strategy. His promise was more than just security. It was about empowering the people, particularly the youth, who felt abandoned by the political elite. His rhetoric often invoked the memory of the revolutionary spirit of Thomas Sankara, a call for self-reliance, social justice, and the rejection of foreign influence. In his early months in power, Traoré took steps to address the nation's economic struggles. He emphasized the importance of agricultural development, local industry, and self-sufficiency as essential pillars of his economic strategy. His vision was clear. Burkina Faso needed to regain its independence not only from insurgent forces but also from foreign economic domination. Despite the challenges that lay ahead, including international scrutiny and internal divisions, Ibrahim Traoré's leadership symbolized a turning point. He represented the possibility of change, a new direction for a country that had suffered under the weight of corruption, poverty, and violence. Ibrahim Traoré's journey is far from complete. As Burkina Faso faces ongoing security and economic crises, his leadership will be tested. Yet his rise to power has ignited a conversation across Africa about the role of military leadership, revolution, and the quest for a better future. For the youth of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré represents not just a military leader, but a vision of change, a new future where the aspirations of the people are central to the nation's progress. Only time will tell if he can deliver on the promises of justice, peace, and economic renewal, but for now, his name is forever etched into the history